it's like therapy. Not just for me, but for the people who listen to our music. I was at one of my shows and I just seen somebody holding like their phone, but they put a note on it. And it was like, yo, you helped me mentally. And that shit crazy. It's okay to not be okay, you feel me? So I just got a bankroll. Gotta make sure mama go before I get my chain flow. Chopping up the same clothes. Not tell me who had it for me, ain't had nowhere to go. All I know is run up on them, bitch, you tryna catch a score. Pull up on them, let it off, and then it's back to blowing O's. I ain't asking, bitch, I know. We ain't fighting, we got posts. Cause I battle anxiety just in case you wanna know. I get up, I'm out the pole, I think I might get a roll. Sometimes I think I'm bugging, but I gotta stay afloat. If you going through some pain, you ain't by yourself. You ain't by yourself. I done see some dark days, I ain't had no help. I ain't had no help. Tryna watch that money grow. You know my heart's cold, ain't no way you get close. I just got a bankroll. Gotta make sure mama go before I get my chain froze. Yo, what's going down? What's happening? We back here for the holidays. Happy holidays to everybody. Happy New Year going down later on. You know how it did. You know how we does it. Here, Hood Money, one more time. Week 17. We was back in action. You know what I'm saying? We back this week 16 was interesting. We had some good picks. You know, some of them was hits, some of them was misses, but you know, a couple teams made the playoff, a couple teams got eliminated. That's how it is at the end of the year. You know, let's get into the recap board here. As you can see, we had some good picks there. We had some good picks. We had them on the ropes. Till, you know, the Eagles blew the double-digit lead. I mean, you know, Jalen Hurts, you know, Commanders took him out. And, you know, hopefully he'll be back and take on some other teams. But after that, Kenny Pickett couldn't secure that victory for the Eagles. And as you can see from the big board, you know what I'm saying, the first parlay and the last parlay, that's the only one that really did us damage. The over-unders was 3 out of 5 once again. 3 out of 5. It seems to be a running theme for the year. We gotta do better with the over-unders. We definitely gotta do better with the over-unders. But I got something for y'all this week. I got some holiday specials going down, so we gonna take care of everything. This week 17. Number one seeds still haven't been secured. Both divisions, the playoffs chases it's a couple teams left in the hunt. It's 3 teams in the AFC in the hunt. It's 2 teams in the NFC in the hunt. The NFC South has flipped as Tampa Bay took a unexpected loss and the Falcons won to put them back in control of their destiny. But they have a big game Sunday night, which will probably flip it back to Tampa Bay if the big board it comes out good like I'm expecting it to. It'll let it breathe for a minute. It is big board all your picks for this week. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be an interesting week, the penultimate week. The week 18 is usually very erratic. Not too many for sure picks as gamblers know in that final week. So we're gonna hopefully try and get them all this week like we do. We're gonna try and get them all, and it all starts with the first game of the day, Christmas Day. We got the Steelers playing the Chiefs at home. Steelers are at home. They absorbed the loss last week. Chiefs kept it rolling last week with the W. Both teams are playing 3 games in 11 days. Pittsburgh is trying to win their division after absorbing that loss. They're just trying to hang in and win their division. Chiefs have won their division, and they are looking to take that number 1 seed from Buffalo. If they win 1 out of 2, that should get it done. That should definitely get it done. We're going to see what happens, though. We're going to see if they can go ahead and wrap that up. And, you know, well, we got to see what Buffalo does, obviously. A lot of scenarios this week. The Chiefs got Hollywood Brown back last week. He should have another week to get that system, get acclimated to that system. They, got Pacheco back recently. They still have Kelsey Worthy's looking good. I like the Chiefs. I definitely like the Chiefs to get it done. I like the Chiefs to secure this W, to keep this run to the number one seed looking good. That will put Pittsburgh in jeopardy. Pittsburgh does have Pickens coming back, which should definitely give that offense a shot in the arm because it hasn't looked good the past weeks since he's been injured. So I am going to take in a close matchup the Chiefs to pull it out on the road and make Week 18 interesting on the Steelers, who are battling with the Ravens for the first position. That will be the late game. So the Ravens need this win here to make that push and win that division. The Texans have already won their division. This game is for playoff positioning. Texans have been an interesting team. They've won a lot this year. They don't win by much in most games. They've had some interesting matchups. They've come out on top on a lot of them. Dangerous team, I think. Tank Dell got injured last week. That's gonna really slow that offense down a little bit. Mixon hasn't really been looking that great these past couple of weeks, so I'm going to take the Ravens. I'm going to take the Ravens to go in there. Lamar Jackson to continue his awesome play this year. Derrick Henry and the rest of those guys out there. I'm going to take the Ravens to go ahead and win it. I'd take them to win it on the spread or on the money line. I'm going to take them on the money line this week. All right, our next game would be the Thursday night game. It would be the Seahawks going to Chicago and playing the Bears. The Bears on a tremendous losing streak right now. It's all falling apart for them. Their number one draft pick didn't turn out that great. One of the few rookies that aren't actually great. Looks like there's three potential franchise quarterbacks, possibly four. And Williams is not one of them at this point. Seahawks are fighting to stay in the race. They lost last week, but they can still win that division. They're in the West with a couple of wins, and the Rams slip up this week, and then they actually play the Rams in Week 18. So that's going to set that up for an interesting matchup if they beat the Bears, and I think they will. Although the Bears have a lot of good pieces, the quarterback plays just hasn't been good enough all year. I'm going to take the Seahawks to win that game. All right. Our next matchup will be the Chargers and the Patriots. Chargers looked good last week. They took care of the Broncos to get back into second place in the West. The Patriots, they looked decent last week. May look good. They had Buffalo on the ropes for a while and ended up absorbing that loss. Chargers are going to New England. It's going to be a cold game. It's going to be an early game, which is always tough. The Patriots have been playing tough last couple of weeks. May is looking to break through. I don't believe he has the weapons to do it, but the way the scheduling is, I do look for a close game. It's like me and the bookie is on the same page. I would actually take the Chargers to win by a field goal or less because, like I said, they're West Coast team coming to the East Coast, and it's going to be chilly. It's not going to be. It's going to be San Diego morning weather, not San Diego afternoon weather. So we're going to take the Chargers. We're going to take the Chargers on the money line to go ahead and get it done and keep that second position, keep that sixth spot in the wild card race. All right, our next matchup is going to be a tough matchup. Broncos versus the Bengals. Bengals are one of the three teams on the outside looking in. Broncos have the last spot taking that loss. Like I said, Broncos had the toughest schedule the last few weeks. They also play Kansas City next week. So Kansas City would need that game. That would also be a tough game for the Broncos to win. The Bengals been subpar all year, but they've done just enough to stay in the playoff race. And if they win two straight and the Colts and the Dolphins lose one out of two, they would actually get that second spot. If the Broncos were to win this game, the Bengals would officially be eliminated. All right. I'm just going to say Bo Nix has been doing a great job as a rookie. He's led his team. He's got some pretty decent weapons. I believe that they can get this win. The Bengals have a high-powered offense, However, at this point, they're just playing the role of spoiler defense. So besides Sam Hubbard, hasn't really looked that great. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Broncos. I'm going to take the Broncos to keep that push going toward the playoffs and to beat the Bengals on the plus money. All right, our next matchup is NFC West matchup, the Cardinals-Rams. The Rams are looking to win this division. They're looking to overcome the Saints. Overcome the Seahawks and win this division. The Cardinals are just looking to finish the season off strong. They lost to the Panthers last week, which crippled their chances of doing anything. They really don't have a chance to make it this year. It was a decent year for them. Kyler Murray, he's he had some ups and downs as he does every year. It just wasn't good enough for this season. But they can play the role of spoiler. If they beat the Rams, Rams play the Seahawks next week. That's going to be an interesting game. Probably will determine that division there. I'm going to take the Rams at home. I like what they've been doing. The offense looks good. The defense looks solid. McVay has coached them up real well, and I'm gonna take Stafford and the Rams to get it done at home. All right. Bills and Jets, as I mentioned earlier. The Bills played the Patriots last week, was a heavy favorite, -14. They barely got out of there with a win. The Patriots kept them on the ropes for the first half and into the third quarter before the Bills turned it around and eventually won the game. The Jets and their season is gone south in so many ways. They've been competitive the last couple of weeks. Everybody want to figure out Rodgers going to play next year. Who knows? I really don't care. I don't see it changing with him out there. They do have some young weapons with Adams and Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson in them, and a defense that can be stingy at times. However, quarterback play was in the toilet for them this year, and I will go ahead and get the Bills in this battle in New York. I'm gonna take the Bills to win by this 10 points. I think they're gonna make up for last week. They didn't think they was focused playing the Patriots. They will be focused this week. A game that I would not be betting on because there's two teams that did not make the playoffs this year, the Raiders and the Saints. The Raiders unexpectedly had a win last week. Said they probably wouldn't win anymore this year, but they did. It was against the Jaguars, who are another subpar team. It was a close, low-scoring matchup. The Raiders did pull it off. They'll be going to play the Saints in the Dome. The Saints were blanked by the Packers last week. The first team this season to not score any points. They didn't do well. Rattler is the second coming of Bryce Young to me. I don't have faith in any one of those quarterbacks. They're just basically waiting for Derek Carr to return. I wouldn't really mess with this matchup, but I would take the Saints at home to win on the plus money. That leads us to the next game, is the Colts and the Giants. Colts, another team on the outside looking in, have a slight shot if Denver were to lose both of their games, and the Dolphins were to lose a couple games, and the Bengals was to lose 1 out of 2. It would go to the Colts. They're playing the Giants. The Giants have did what they were expected to do, continue to lose. Dysfunctional team, not really going anywhere fast. Quarterback carousel out there. I want to say DeVito is going to play this week. Anthony Richardson's been looking good. He's done a lot more passing than running. He still runs a lot, but he's doing more passing, and that will extend his career. Jonathan Taylor made up for that missed touchdown the week before. Went off last week, couple scores, looked good. I'm going to take the Colts. I'm going to take the Colts in this game. Keep the Giants on that skid. Keep the Giants headed toward that number 1 pick. All right, NFC East matchup. Interesting matchup. Cowboys, big upset against Tampa Bay. And Eagles, also, they took a loss last week. They took an upset loss to the Commanders. These are two teams that don't like each other. It doesn't matter what the records are. That's why I don't know why the spread is so big. Don't know the stats of Jalen Hurts even right now at this point. He might skip this game and wait for the next game. As it goes right now, he's in the protocol, so we'll know more about that. Even if he does play, though, this is a rivalry game. Cowboys have not been laying down. They have shown this season, even though their season was lost a long time ago, they will not lay down. Cooper Rush has looked decent enough. Everybody's looked decent enough to pull off these wins. They've been pulling off. They're trying to end the season at 500. If they can win their next two games, I don't see it happening. Saquon looked good last week, over 100 yards, hitting that end zone again. He's going to continue to perform at a high level. If it wasn't for the drop of Devontae Smith, they might actually would have won that game. A.J. Brown looks good. They look good to go. I'm going to take the Eagles to win this game. However, I'm going to take the Cowboys to cover the spread. Well, I think the Cowboys will, in fact, cover the spread. And that leads us to our next matchup, the Panthers versus the Buccaneers. Buccaneers lost, like I previously mentioned, to the Cowboys, and the Panthers, crucial win against Arizona. I guess for them to maybe save some people's jobs over there. It's a South matchup. Buccaneers need this win. They were looking good. It just didn't work out for them in Dallas. They were on the road. They'll be at home this week. Bryce Young is maybe trying to play some more games. Hopefully, keep some more money rolling in there. That's about all he can really expect at this point. I don't really think he has the skills to make it as a starting NFL guy. Maybe become a good backup. The Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield has looked pretty nice this year. Evans is back. The running game, the running game has been pretty spectacular for them this year. I'm looking for the Buccaneers to win this game. Looking for the Bucs to win this game and to keep the pressure on the Falcons, and looking for Week 18 for the Buccaneers to actually be in the lead going into Week 18 of that division. All right, our next game is the Titans, the Jaguars, AFC South. You can throw this matchup right in the trash. I will not be betting on these two teams. Neither one is going anywhere. Both is revolving door quarterbacks. Looks like the Titans will be going with Rudolph and Mac Jones for the Jaguars. Jaguars lost to the Raiders last week. Titans also are going nowhere fast. But in the matchup of two teams that haven't done much all year, I'm gonna take the Titans just because from a talent aspect, they seem to have more talent on that side for now. But this game could go either way, as you see by the 1-point spread. All right, our next matchup is the Dolphins and the Browns. The Dolphins is that final team on the outside looking in. If a couple things go their way, they can actually make the playoffs. Two is concussion history. Cost them probably a couple wins earlier this year. There are a couple teams they could have beat if he was in there, but he's back in there, and the offense seems to be rolling. The defense seems to be pretty decent over there, and they're looking to beat the Browns. The Browns, a team who also had a few quarterbacks at the starting spot this year. DTR, he did a pretty not so great job last week. They were okay. The running game looked good before. Hunt's going to be gone for the season, which is going to hinder Dorian's progress. He's looking to make a statement. Hopefully, start next season with the starting job, and to do that, he would have to obviously pick up his play. I'm not sure if that's going to happen this week. I would take the Dolphins to win on the money line going into Cleveland and getting that W. All right. The first of the two big matchups for this week is the Packers going on the road to play the Vikings. As I said, Packers blanked the Saints last week on the Monday night game, and the Vikings continue to roll. They look to, if they win this game, they'll have a big matchup against Detroit. They could possibly end up with the #1 seed at this point, which nobody definitely expected from the Vikings. But there it is, Vikings versus Packers. It's going to be an interesting game. Going to be a high-scoring game. Two good defenses, two pretty decent offenses, high-powered offenses. Sam Darnold's having the greatest year of his career. So is Jordan Love. Jordan Love is Josh Jacobs experiment has worked for them. Finally got a nice 1-2 punch with the running backs and the receivers out there with Wicks and Dubes and the rest of those guys. Justin Jefferson and Addison, a strong 1-2 punch themselves. It's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be an interesting game. Aaron Jones, as we know, he used to play for the Packers, and then so you know how those matchups go. Now he's the running back for the Vikings, so it's going to be an interesting matchup. I'm going to take the Vikings. I'm going to take the Vikings to set their stage for next week to see who's going to get that number one spot between the Lions and the Vikings. I already got my pick, but I'm going to wait till next week to get it to you. But for this week, I'm going to go ahead and take the Vikings to take care of business at home. This leads us to our next biggest matchup, which is the Commanders at home playing the Falcons. Commanders, they definitely had another W last week, a stunner against the Eagles. Start that winning streak back up. The Falcons, Penix looked pretty decent. I think Penix is the second coming of Warren Moon. I mean, at least that's what he looked like in college. If people remember him in college, he actually beat Bo Nix and lost to J.J. McCarthy, which we have yet to see this year. He plays for the Vikings. We will see him soon. But it's just an interesting thing about Michael Penix. He has some good talent, has a good skill set. He just has had an injury-riddled college campaign. Hopefully he can stay healthy in the pros. You never know with injury history. But he looked pretty decent. He didn't make too many mistakes. He didn't throw no touchdowns, but also didn't throw any interceptions. The game was a runaway against the Giants. Looked good. However, they would be playing a much tougher team this week. They had 2 interceptions returned for touchdowns. I don't see that happening against the Commanders and Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is just a matter of time before he's the Rookie of the Year. He set the record for most Rookie of the Year weeks being Rookie of the Year. The running game looks good even without Eckler. Eckler might be coming back soon. Alameda Zaccheaus is filled in there for Noah Brown. Also, Jameson Crowder was back. They have most of their weapons. The defense looks pretty decent. Expect for Payne to come back soon as well. And it's going to be an interesting matchup. It's going to be a night game. It's all on the line for the Falcons, who control their own destiny. And like I said, the Commanders could finish actually with the division title with 2 wins and 2 Eagles losses. I'm going to take the Commanders. I'm going to take the Commanders to beat the Falcons at home. I don't think that was a real facsimile of a team playing the Giants right now. The Giants got a lot of things going on. They're not really focused as a team. I think Commanders will play a lot better defense and rattle the rookie a little more, leading to the Commanders picking up that win at home and keeping and that would clinch the playoffs. For the Commanders win this game, they will clinch a playoff spot. All right, and our Monday night game is the Lions-Niners. Lions looking for that number 1 seed. Niners just trying to be respectable out there. Got eliminated a couple weeks ago, still fighting. Lions, of course, trying to set up that big matchup versus the Vikings. Lions been looking for a winner for a while, and it looks like they got one. Looks like they got the quarterback they like. Montgomery is gone for the year, so that's definitely gonna deal them a blow going forward. But everybody else appears to be healthy. Defense has been solid. They've played good as a team. They played good as a team. They've been at the top of the conference all year, looking to stay atop the conference. They have to take down the Niners. Niners have had significant injuries that derailed their season. And, as we know, they will be back next season. They'll be back to get those W's. But for this season, I'm going to take the Lions. I would take the Lions with the points, and I'd take the Lions also on the spread. All right. So with that said, we get to the parlays. We get to the parlay part. All right. We got parlay 1. We got the Chargers on the spread. We got the Chiefs on the spread. We got the Lions on the spread. And we got the Seahawks on the money line. Our second parlay, we got the Ravens on the money line. We got the Broncos on the money line. We got the Vikings on the money line. And we got the Rams on the money line. All right, all right. Parlay three features the Buccaneers on the money line, the Commanders on the money line, the Cowboys with the spread, and the Bills with the spread. All right, parlay number and we also have bonus action. We can get to that. Parlay four is the Chiefs on the spread, the Ravens on the spread, the Lions on the money line, and the Chargers on the money line. All right. And here we go. Here we go. Extra special fifth parlay just for the holidays. Just for the holiday, we went on ahead. We took the Rams on the money line. We took the Seahawks on the money line. We took the Dolphins on the money line, and we got the Buccaneers there for you on the money line. All right, all right. So over unders. We got Kansas City this game early, the first game going over against Pittsburgh. We got the under on Tennessee Jacksonville. We got the over on Washington Atlanta. We got the over on Philly and Dallas. And then we went on ahead and we did the over on the Vikings and the Packers. So we're gonna do all mostly overs this week because it's gonna be interesting for me personally. But I had somebody else tell me it was gonna be a little different. It's gonna be a little different. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Yo, what's happening?
What's up, man? How you, man?
Good, man. Good, man. Trying to get these holiday picks up off you.
Oh, man, I was already in the mood. I'm taking on FanDuel. I'm ready if you ready, player.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm definitely ready. What you got for me? What you got for me?
They playing in Texas, and Ravens are looking to try to get that position. I like the over today on that jump.
The over on the Ravens game. Got
I
you.
like the over on that jump. I'm still hold you, bro. I like the over on that jump. I like the
got you.
under on the Broncos in Cincinnati. But I also like Cincinnati to take that jump when they playing at home.
Okay.
Even though I think Cincinnati ain't playing too much for nothing, but I still might think they're going to win.
Right.
Denver might need this win. That's why I say it's going under.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna put that under in.
Put
on
that
Baltimore,
in.
under
Hey,
on
you
Denver.
know, I don't even like Cowboys, so I'm gonna take Philly anyway. So I'm gonna just throw that in there regardless.
So what you gonna do? So what is that an over under or is that just a pick?
That's just a little throwaway. I'm just throwing that in.
Okay.
But I like the under in the New York Jets and Bills game because that's New York. It's gonna be cold as shit.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
The Bills, they already damn near clinched the last out. They never really playing with too much. And Aaron Rodgers old as shit, so he can't score nothing.
Yeah, no, I talk bad about him every week. It's crazy.
Exactly. So I like the under on that, Joe.
Oh, okay, cool.
And that Monday night game right there, a lot of 49ers upset me this year, bro. Like, man, that's my favorite team. A lot of players been hurt like that.
Yeah.
Detroit put up some numbers. I got them going under 50 on that Monday night, Joe.
Under 50 on that Lions game? Okay.
Yeah, I got them going under 50 on that, Joe.
Okay, because Detroit be putting up numbers, but it look like they going to go under.
Yeah. Detroit can put up numbers, but 49ers just be hurt. It's like if Deebo Samuel don't score, 49ers ain't doing nothing.
Oh, wow. and they got a big matchup against Minnesota, so they ain't going to try to give it away this week. They going to try to hold on to it for next week.
Exactly.
All right, so let me make sure. You just over on Baltimore, over on Cincinnati, under on the Jets, and under on the Niners.
Yep,
That's
I like
it.
it.
And you like the Eagles. You like the Eagles to get the Cowboys.
I like the Eagles because I don't like Cowboys and the Commanders. I'm Commanders been scoring, but I'm scared of better than that game on the 40 or under. I don't know what to do.
It's cool. I already took the Commanders. I already let them know take the Commanders. They gonna win that thing. It's cool. I already got it in there.
All right, go ahead and lock those bets in, baby. Let me know.
I'm definitely gonna lock them in. I appreciate you, player. Have a good holiday, man.
You know, man. Hit me up, player.
All right. So there we go. We got the over on Baltimore. We got the over on Cincinnati. We got the under on the Jets. And we got the under on Detroit. All right, so we got, everything you need. Everything you need for the holiday, all your picks, all your over-unders. Kind of recoup some of that holiday money that you spent on the friends and family, making it happen, making it happen like we do around this holiday. I'd like to thank y'all for joining me this morning, you know what I'm saying, getting into these matchups. Hopefully, it'll be a good 2025, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it alive with these wins, We're gonna try to get all of them we can get, and we're gonna try, keep the money rolling, because that's what we do here at Money. This is what we was meant to do, and that's what we doing, you know what I'm saying? All right. Live from a disclosed location, it's your guy Benny Boone, and definitely let's get this money.